Hello everyone, it's the FARMSIMGUY here, hope you're all doing well. Today we are going to be having a look at the new offering from the FARMSIM game crew. Specifically, DaVaR has created the wonderful Green Mountain. Now, I'm really taken with this. I've got to say, it's such a brilliant balance of a bit of logging, some farming, on a really nice map, really nicely finished, and it's 4x. So we have got a new 4x map. They've been sparse in FS22, I think, compared to FS19. Maybe I've just not missed some, or they've maybe not caught my attention, but it's really nice to get another 4x map. Let's take a wander off the porch. This is your start point when you load up a game. We are in new player mode. And look at this. Doesn't it look nice? Obviously the FARMSIM game crew, known for the quality of their mods, so really nice to see this map coming out from them. Of course, PC only. Being 4x, it is PC only. He has submitted it to the mod hub though, so hopefully it will be available through the mod hub later on. We shall see what Giants do in terms of approvals, but it's really, really cool. So let's have a quick look around it. Let's give you a bit of a tour, get you a feel for it, and get you hyped for when it comes out. Of course, being 4x, even when you look at the PDA, the fields look small, but in reality they are pretty big. So let's have a look. So there is your map, and like I said, it's a lovely combination of forestry areas, lots and lots of stuff going on in the middle. It's got a mine here, lovely lake in the top as well. But one of the nice things as well, it has three trains and a boat, all kind of off in each corner as sell points, which I think is a really nice touch. Lovely finish as well to the roads and just the scenery. He's done a fantastic job on it. But like I said, you know, looking at these fields, look at field 5 there is the one we were just looking out over. And I'm going to jump back just in a second so you can see and get an idea for it. So field 5 here, we're having a look at it. I'm just going to jump up. There you go. It gives you an idea for the size of it. Again, on the map, looks pretty small, but when you put it in the context of the size of the map, it is quite a large field. In terms of biggest fields on the map, I'm thinking probably 29 up here is your largest, coming in at 1.7 million just over, and smallest probably 49 down here. And that's 73,344. You can see the number of buyable areas as well, which is great. Really flexible in terms of how you want to buy stuff. Some small and some very large spaces as well. So lots of scope for you to build out your farm as you go on. In terms of crops, we had just have the standards in here. No additional crops, which is fine. Going back to our starting machinery in new farmer mode as well, we'll just jump in and have a quick look at what you get. So in terms of medium tractors and large tractors, you get a New Holland T7. You get a T8 as well. You get the New Holland CH770 harvester. Just a truck for running around. A single trailer. Relatively small 25-foot header. Big plough. A big cultivator. A nice seeder from Pottinger. And obviously a header trailer for your combine. So not much. And the other thing about this map, which I think is interesting, and I think is actually a real positive, is that this is the only farm. There are no other farm locations on the map that I've been able to find, which I think is really nice, because what it does, it gives you the scope to really build out your own space on the map and your own farm on the map. There is tons of space. Being a 4x, there is so much space. Whether you want to clear trees and build your own farmyard, there's a couple of grassy areas. There's one here which is really nice, which really I think lends itself to building a farm on. And again, just over here, loads of scope to really customize and build your own map out, which I think is nice. And again, counteracts some of the other maps. I'm thinking Land of Italy that's just come out, where all the buildings are locked in, and it is kind of designed to be that map, whereas this gives you lots and lots of flexibility. So what we're going to do, we'll start here. We'll do a little bit of a drive around. We'll have a look at what we've got in the way of productions and sell points as we go. We'll do a bit of a clockwise run around the map, and then we'll maybe end up finishing in the middle here up at the lake and looking at these two fields. There is lots and lots of forestry as well, so I think this is, I've already decided when this is released, this is absolutely going to be one of my multiplayer server maps, because it is flexible. It gives loads of people different ways to play and different options to play, whether they like a bit of logging, whether they like to do traditional farming, or they want to do productions. The scope here is pretty massive. So really pleased to see a map like this coming out, and quite excited for when it's released. So I've pulled up the HUD here, just so you've got a little bit of an idea of where we're going. Now remember, being a 4X, things take a lot longer to get about, which is great, to be honest. I like the fact it kind of gives that sense of scale that you maybe sometimes miss on a 2X. It feels a little bit more real. So straight away out of the gates, here is our dealership. Lot of the base game buildings in here, which is totally fine. I think it doesn't detract in any way from anything. But like you see, a small town here. You've got a farmer's market sell point. You've got the diner there as a sell point. Not much else. A few houses. This feels very rural, to be honest, which is nice. Now, running along the road here, I have called a train. You can see it parked there. You can obviously lease all of these trains, unload your crops, or load up your pallets of materials onto them, and send them off map as sell points, which is a nice touch. The fact that you've got 4 of them, I don't think I've seen a map with 3 trains and a boat on it before, so really nice to see that. And again, just as I'm driving around here, you can see just the landscaping, the design of this map. Really nice, lovely finish to it. It feels great. Just in here, there is another sell point. I haven't checked out this map in massive detail yet. We're going to have to just skip through here because the train's just further along the track. I think this might be another sawmill. So there's a couple of sawmills on the map already. Obviously, there is a quite a large logging element to this, so nice to see. Yeah, there we go. Actually, I think that is the woodworking shop. So that's one of your productions, time timber, or timber time. So bring your wood here to produce certain things. Like I said, base game elements only. There are no additional productions or anything like that. But like I said, this is really a nice canvas to start making your own. I think it's great from that perspective. So jumping back to the map, just having looked at the town there and the first train there, you can see again 4X map doing its thing. We've only travelled from our start point here to here, so kind of crazy. We're going to actually loop back around here. There's a couple of fields up here, but really the road goes off map here. So what we'll do is we'll we'll take this road here back to our farm, and then we'll head up north. So there we are, there is the junction, so we're turning off. You can see nice undulations in the map as well. See how the road drops away there? It's not a completely flat map around the edges. Now obviously you can see the hills up there to the left hand side as well. There is some nice undulations to this map. So we'll head along here. Like I said, really nicely finished. The roads and the paths have been done really nicely. And there we are, that's our main yard again that we started at. So out on the road here, little touches like the roadworks on the side of the road. Again, gives you an idea for some of the layouts of some of the fields, big fields as well, which is great. You can get some really chunky machinery in here. Nice footpath along the side of the road, look at that, just subtle details, which is really nice. And we'll just keep going. Pylons in some of the fields, which is nice. I haven't checked if they are safe from courseplay yet, but we'll maybe do that before the end of the vid. But again, look, lovely windy roads, a little bit of character here as we climb up into the hills. And again, I'll just quickly stop here. We may just go down, I think that's one of the staging areas for logging, but if I just jump back here again, you saw how long we drove for there. We've probably covered less than half of the map. But yes, that looks like a staging area for logging in there. We'll just nip in, there's quite a few of these, so I'll just show you one and then at least you've seen it. You know what it looks like. But again, good access for trucks and to be able to get machinery in, which is great. I'm getting a couple of stutters. This is the first time I've driven around the map since I reloaded it, so probably loading a few shaders in still. And again, quite a long road actually. Again, it looked small on the map, but as you can see, we're still going. So there we go. Nice staging point to access all of the trees. Not sure how many trees are on this map, but I'm sure there's a lot. Right, back to the road, and we'll keep going north. Right, over the brow of this ridge now, and down the other side. It's almost like it's separated into 4 kind of corners of the map. Obviously there's fields in each direction, but it's almost like the sell points and the productions are grouped together in each of the 4 corners of the map, which I actually quite like. Feels like you're travelling between different areas on the map, which is good. Right, here we are at the next set of productions and sell points. So over on this side we have biomass energy, so sell point for silage, sell point for wood, sell point for straw. You just drive around here and there is your tip point just there. Nice big buildings. And then if we head over the other side of the road we have the oil mill. So obviously canola, sunflower, etc. olive can be sold there. And if we come back out of here, the next junction up, the next road up, I think is here. I'm going to just double check the map. In fact, no I'm not. I know I'm right here. This is the road that leads down to the docks where you can load up your barge. So there's a grain silo here. You can sell here if you want, or you can store here, and then you can load up the barge and send it off map to sell. And we'll just pull in here. This is nicely done. There you go. There is your load point. In fact, we could call the boat. I've not even seen the boat yet, so let's call the boat and see what it looks like. And there we go. There is our barge arriving. Big grain barge. Nicely finished, actually. That will pull up underneath the load point. Not sure how much it would take in total. We should find out, actually. There you go. We've got 2 bays here. First one holding 124,000. I'm assuming we'll get the same in the second one too. So let's give that a try. Okay, so that second one, just a little bit bigger. 1.364 million litres of grain can be held in this barge. I can't not go and sell this now. I want to know how much 1.36 million is in money. Let's go and find out. So basically what happens with this is that you obviously get to the edge of the map, same as with the trains, and it will come up with a pop-up asking if you want to go off map and sell it. You can say yes or no. If you say no, the barge will come back around still full. If you say yes, it will disappear off map and you can sell off map. I'm not sure if this is a little glitch and it should be rather than 1.36 million. The first bay was what 125,000. The second bay maybe should be 125,000 as well, which makes a total of 250,000. But at the moment 1.36 million. I think that's actually quite cool. Imagine it makes no odds to have it that big, but if you could collect that much money or that much grain and make that much money, it would be brilliant. So there you go. Do you want the train to sell the loaded goods at Raverton? Yes, I do. And there we go, $2.338 million in income from one load sold. Very nice. You're unceremoniously dumped into the river, though. You have to make your own way back to your car. Right, back on with the map tour. Right, heading out now. We're going to head back to the main road. And we'll keep running along the top of the map. Once I get out of here, I will just jump into the PDA again, give you your bearings. And yeah, back through forestry. Areas, a few fields at the top, those big fields that we looked at when we looked at the PDA at the start of the map. but not much up here. I think there's the odd sell point until we get to the other corner. But again, I'll drive it because there's some really nice scenery. Again, you can see the idea with the trees. Again, we'll look through here, the more very big fields. There's where we'll end up at the end of the tour, up in the top of that mountain there, which I'm guessing is Green Mountain. But here we go. Look at the size of this beauty. This is, I think, this is field 29 that we talked about at the start. Let's just jump into the PDA and have a look. Look at the size of that. That is one field stretching all the way down there. Yep, there we are. So it gives you an idea. Looks relatively standard size on the map, but actually colossal field. Huge. Great stuff. Love it. Right, so we'll leave big field 29 there. Again, more fields this way and this way. I can't turn my camera and go in a straight direction. More fields just here. There we go. Lovely big wheat field there. And we've got some sunflowers over to the left. And beyond that, there is another field. Very big. But we like these. There we go, more sunflowers. Is that the same field? It is the same field, beg your pardon. I think just the redraw wasn't in. But again, another big field. Great to see. Again, driving through a lovely tree-lined road here. Lovely bridge over the water again. And we've got another route into the forest here, which we'll just go in and have a look at again, just to give you a little bit of a feel for the map. Obviously, when you pick this up, you can go exploring on it. We have another train line here, so it suggests we're getting close to the top right-hand corner of the map. Let's run up here. A nice windy road into the woods. Just, I'm guessing this is an access point. I don't think there's any productions up here, but we could be proved wrong. I think we're just into the network of forestry roads in the map now. Just jumping back to the PDA here, you can see that splits off into two staging points for forestry, so I don't think we need to drive along to those. We'll head back to the road and just over to here. Right, back on the road here, you've got a mill here and a grain sell point. That is not where the train, you can load the train up though. The train track does go around the back of it, but it does not go up to that storage point. So you need to head further up here again. More fields on your left and right here, giving you an idea. Nice big cliff face in the background as well. So up here, we roll into this little area. You have got a few little sell points. Let's just turn into here. Sawmills there and there, as you can see. So we'll loop around here. So all your major sell points there. You've also got your train tracks here, so you can load up with logs using the ramp here. Heavily forestry area this, I think, more so than farm sell points. So this is all your major forestry sell points. You can request the train there, that exclamation mark. And then again, if we go over to the other side of the road, we've got a gas station there, which is a sell point. And I believe we have got one more thing just here, which I can't just work out what it... Ah, it's the debris crusher. Okay, so again, I did mention at the start that there is an open mine on the map. So you can bring your stones there to get them crushed. And again, we're going to basically loop around at the top corner of the map again. Let me just jump to the PDA, give you some bearings. There we are, right in the top corner of the map. And we actually can't get around and down to this area of the map. We will actually go off map here. So what I might do is just... I mean, we could drive through the forestry roads there, which is a bit of a pain, or we could just teleport. What I'll do for the purposes of the vid, we'll teleport over to here. But yes, no access route through there at the moment, so you would have to drive. If you had these fields and you wanted to sell something down here, you've got a long old drive around the map to get to it. Right, so here we are. I've just teleported to the other side of this little mountain pass here. Again, you can see we are now here. We got to that point and couldn't go any further, so we're now down here. This is probably the biggest collection of sell points and productions, so we'll drive through here, and again, quite a large collection of fields here as well to check out as well. So here we go, we're kind of popping out of the mountainous area into the plains again. Again, big fields, nice to see. We've got a BGA here on our right. Actually, the silage pits for the BGA on the other side of the road there, which is quite nice. Again, looking through the trees there, slightly smaller fields. Lovely scenery though, look at this, it feels nice, doesn't it? Feels like it's got a little bit of character to it, which I always like in a map. Let's get back on the road and pay attention to where we're driving. So again, around to here, cereal factory, got a grain storage sell point just here. Again, surrounded by fields on each side. And we'll keep going through here. Coming up to the dairy, I believe. Again, looking at the fields either side so you can get an idea for those. Yep, there's your dairy, so there's your processing for your milk. So you can have animals on this map. Like I said, it's not much of a farm, it's just an animal shed, so again, if you wanted to expand on that, you might need to put some sheds in for your machinery and things like that, but there's no shortage of space on this map to do that. And then down into, to all intents and purposes, the town, although there isn't masses to it, we've got a few sell points here. There's your animal dealership. On that side, you've got your bowling sell point there, you've got your grocers, you've got the supermarket there. All looking good. Okay, we have another train crossing here, but I do want to go down here because there are some other sell points beyond here. Again, just jumping into the map. We're going to hang a left as soon as we go over, but there are basically the train sell point here, and we've got the spinnery as well. So let's just quickly check those out. So get over the track there. And up here, we have got those last few sell points. In fact, I've gone the wrong way. Let me just cut over here. So there we go. Spinnery just there. And there is your grain cell storage point and your ability to call the train again, get that loaded up. In fact, here it comes. Get that loaded up and get it off map. Right, let's head back out of here. We'll just jump into the PDA again. I feel like I've been doing that a lot, but it's really hard to get your bearings on big maps like this first time you've seen them. So we're basically from here, there we are, we're going to run all the way along back to where we started. Just here, and then what we're going to do, I'm just going to very quickly teleport up so you can see the mine up here, and then up to this top point here where we can see the lake, and that is pretty much it. Right, so here we go now, the long run back to our starter farm. Again, just gives you an idea for just how nice this map is. It's so good looking when you're driving through these kind of tree-lined roads. There we go, we're out. In fact, I've missed another sell point, which is another one of the sawmills. I did say there were a few dotted around the map, but there's a sawmill there. And we're on this very long, straight road now, back to the starter area. So, I guess we'll truck on with this, and we will see you when we get there. There we go, you can see it opening out now, away from the trees, and to the open areas and the big fields again. And there is our starter farm, as you can see, just the red building on the right there. We'll curve around here. And there we are, back where we started. So like I said, you know, in terms of farms, there is virtually no farms on the map. But I actually think that's a really good thing. You can really make this map your own. Really own the map, which is great. And like I said at the start, I think there's a really killer multiplayer map. I think it's got so much potential for that. So let's park this up. I said we would go and check the mine and the lake out. I also did say earlier on the map there are a couple of the fields that have got power pylons in them. So I just want to check as well that they'll work with courseplay. Right, actually checking the map again, they are few and far between when the pylons are in the field, but this is one of the fields that does have a pylon in it. So let's fire the combine up. Let's get it into the field just quickly. Again, these fields look small on the map, but actually when you get to them, they are very big. Let's pull up courseplay and just run a course and just make sure it puts an island around that. And there you go. I was very confident it would, and it has done perfectly. So no issues there with courseplay as well. Now I did say there was a mine as well, and here it is, nestling right in the middle of the map, away from everything, but it's already pre-prepped, so you don't need anything like Terraform to use it. You do have a massive amount of stone already there that you can dig out, either put through the crusher or sell where you want to put a lime production on. You turn the stone into lime, whatever you want. So a nice little touch there and a nice extra. There really is something for everyone on this map. So we're looking back over the starter farm area, and if I just pan around here, we have got, that's where the boat is, but we are at the top of what I assume is Green Mountain, and there is a lovely lake up here. There are a couple of very small fields here. You can just see the wheat peeking through the trees there. So a bit of a trek to get up here, but there's this lovely blue lake up here. A little bit of a picnic area, a lookout point, boats on the water, a little bit of a wreck area, which is nice. A little jetty there sticking out. So again, like I said, it isn't just fields and forests. There's lots of little touches, really nice touches on this map, which really bring it to life. So there you have it, Green Mountain by the guys at FARMSIMGUY, and specifically DaVaR. Thank you for letting me have a little preview of this. I hope you guys liked it. I think it's a really, really nice map. Really clean, really simple, but really effective. Performance-wise, it's great as well for a 4X, and I can't wait. So for now, from me, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.